Ruger's RXM came to my notice and dismissal last year, until someone convinced me to give it a try. I won't say it was love at first shot, but it was certainly intriguing. Well, fast forward a year and 2,000 rounds later, and it's jumped up to the top of my list for recommended pistols for people. And now with the Magpul full-size grip out, of course I got one and installed it. But I've edged you about the RXM enough. Let's get into my full thoughts on it. So in the week since I wrote and filmed this video, Glock, bless their hearts, has dropped the Gen 6, and there's a couple of changes that I feel like I should mention. First, Glock finally got around to an undercut. It only took them a decade to do so. Next, it seems like the MOS system is dead. We may actually have a competent optics mounting option from them. And lastly, there's a gas pedal or thumb ledge on the front of the frame just above the trigger guard. These are all things that the RXM has had for a year and Shadow Systems has had for, well, ever. I'm not crazy about Glocks. It's not to say that they're bad or even okay. To say the Glock is anything but incredible would be a bald-faced lie. They just never really fit me, and I could never really get myself to shoot them really well. Now, by transitive property, that would make you think that I hate all Glock clones too, but nothing could be further from the truth. It just took me giving a couple of them a chance to change my mind on it. Now, I'm not sure how the conversation between Ruger and Magpul started, but Magpul had to be a little bit trepidatious after their last firearms project was massacred by Bushmaster. In fact, I think the only reason we really remember the Masada is because Call of Duty could make it more faithfully into the ACR than Bushmaster could before they died off. Luckily for Magpul, they partnered with a competent company this time. At the center of the affair is the fire control insert that has the trigger, the locking block, and all those important bits. It can be swapped out fairly easy. I did it in about a matter of 10 minutes when I switched to the large grip module, but it's not as easy as that of the Sig P320, but it's also not suffering the premature performance issues of the P320. I'll grant you that the RXM's numbers are about as exciting as a stock Glock 19 and aren't much different. It boasts a 4-inch barrel and comes in at just over 23 ounces. It comes packed with 2 of Magpul's 15-round P-Mag Glock mags. Normal one comes with a black slide and a gray frame, but this one has the sundown Cerakote with a black frame on it. It's 7 inches long and just about 5 1/4 inches tall. Come on. The top end is handled by Ruger, and well, you have that 4-inch barrel that I mentioned before. There is an optional threaded barrel if you want that. The slide is optics cut, and the optics mounting solution is a bright spot on here. By utilizing included pins, you can set it up so it'll take Delta Point Pro, RMR, and RMSC optics, without the use of a plate system like the dismal Glock MOS system. There are cocking serrations front and rear, and there's a tapered channel that runs along the slide that's mostly there for aesthetics, but does help with grasping those front cocking serrations. It's every bit the quality that you expect from Ruger. Magpul's expertise in grips and polymers is on full display on the bottom end. The texturing is aggressive, but not so much that it's uncomfortable, and on cold wet days or hot sweaty days, you're not going to be slipping around like it's a ditty party. Gone is the 22-degree grip angle of Glock for a 20 grip angle that's more intuitive and comfortable for me and many other people. It does have an undercut under the trigger guard that could stand to be a little bit more aggressive, but still I appreciate it over Glock's inability to grasp the concept. My favorite aspect about the frame is the ledge in front of the trigger guard that allows you to lever the gun down and keep it flat through recoil. One complaint I really do have is that Magpul chose to use the Glock's single slot accessory rail, and I really feel like they should have just gone ahead and used Picatinny there. It would have just added a lot of versatility to it. I'm hoping this gets fixed in a second generation. There are a couple of things I should mention about going from the mid-size grip module to the full. First is that with the mid-size grip module and using the stock Glock mags, when I drop the mag, the base pad would sometimes get hung up on the hypothenar eminence of my hand or the area of your palm just below your pinky. So I'd have to either strip the mag or shake it loose. With the full-size grip, this problem is completely gone. You're also getting a far more generous mag well, going from an 1 1/8 width on the medium to an 1 1/4 on the full-size grip module. The RXM is a shooter. I was able to clear bill drills in about 2 1/3 seconds on average, and a good shooter could do it much quicker. Box target drills lived between 7 and 8 seconds, and failure drills were just under 2 to 1.5 seconds if I remember correctly. The recoil impulse isn't dramatic, and I think it is slightly better than a Glock 45, but it's been a couple of months since I actually shot a Glock 45. The trigger isn't great, but it's absolutely usable. It's definitely not going to beat a Glock Gen 5 trigger, but it's dramatically better than a Glock Gen 3 trigger. That's kind of like saying you can beat up a 4-year-old. It's not hard to do, and you shouldn't be proud of it. Over 2 RXMs and 2,000 rounds, I haven't had a single failure, and honestly, I'm not going to clean this thing until something pops up. The RXM puts Ruger and Magpul's expertise on full display. For Ruger, it's a reminder that Ruger can deliver again and again, and for Magpul, it's probably a welcome relief to partner with a company that can actually deliver a success like the ACR should have been. And go ahead and try and find me a domestically produced pistol that you can get it and a good optic for less than it takes to get into the Glock itself. If you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe because there's a lot more coming. If you have any questions about the RXM or other things, then go ahead and leave a comment or follow the socials that are linked in the description.